Defense Secretary Jim Mattis met with Pentagon reporters Friday and took many questions on the return of possible war remains from North Korea. He spoke on what it means for military families who have never had closure, and how the U.S. will verify the remains are real. We've been working for years and years to get the remains back. What does it mean for you personally? By the way, you noticed it was a UN blue flag on each of the boxes. Many of the UN nations with us also have missing. We don't know who is in those boxes. As we discover it, they will be returned. They could go to Australia. They have missing. France has missing. The Americans, there's a whole lot of us. So this is an international effort to bring closure for those families. 2 years ago, North Korean officials offered to repatriate 200 remains. So, why only 55 caskets? Mattis, we can't go back and verify what the number they had was. We know what they said. But for us, we'll simply say this is obviously a gesture of carrying forward what they agreed to in Singapore, and we take it as such. We also look at it as a first step in a restarted process. So we do want to explore additional efforts to bring others home, perhaps have our own teams go in. Have the North Koreans provided any evidence that the remains they provided to the U.S. service members, and not, say, North Korean remains? The reason those remains aren't on their way back to the United States right now is that they are first going to be reviewed initially there in Korea. And we'll look for any anomalies where they're not what we think they might be. And then the forensics will begin when we land them in Hawaii, where the laboratory is. But we have no indications that there is anything amiss. But we don't know, we can't confirm it one way or another. That is why we go through all of the forensics. You said earlier today there's a possibility U.S. teams may eventually go into North Korea to look for additional remains. Mattis, that would be worked out. It certainly is something we're interested in exploring with the North Koreans. Does that mean that for the foreseeable future there will be no joint wargames with South Korea? Mattis, no, it's unrelated to that. Mattis, we'll have to sort it out. Obviously we want to continue this sort of humanitarian effort. On Friday, July 27, 2018, a soldier carries a casket believed to contain remains of a U.S. soldier killed in the Korean War. The transfer took place at a ceremony at Osan Air Base in Pyeongtaek, South Korea. The UN command said the 55 cases of war remains retrieved from North Korea will be honored at a ceremony next Wednesday at a base in South Korea. Hong-ji, pool photo via AP.